Live, eh? This is live? I guess so. Ah, well, blah, 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 blah. Privacy, da, 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 da. It's the first time I did this, going live. Yes, it's Carlo Johnson. I'm live here in Vernon, British Columbia, January the 20th at 1:15 p.m. I was talking earlier today about white race, of all things, white privilege and all that. You know, I don't remember any white privilege when I grew up. And I know when my grandfather came to this country in 1904, and he had his wife and his 2-year-old son with him. They came from Sweden, and they basically had to live in a dugout to start with because they really didn't have anything. You call that white privilege? I don't. But they built up. They built a house, this, that. He had 9 children, actually. His wife died in childbirth, and he raised all these kids on his own with the help of his, many daughters. I don't know what it was, 7 daughters and 2 sons. My dad was the oldest. Yeah, he ended up going to grade 3. He couldn't go any longer because he had to stay home and help with the farm. Yeah, but he could figure things out anyway. He knew how to figure out how many bushels in a granary and how many things weighed and how much cattle cost, and he knew all that. He did pretty good. He could read the newspapers really good, read and write. Yeah, the only white privilege I had was I had such a good farm family I grew up in. My father treated me excellent. He never said a word to me all my life when I was growing up. Never. If I did something really bad, he'd just turn and walk away. Sometimes he'd throw his hat up in the air and he'd come back and I'd say absolutely nothing. Oh, my mother, prince of a mother. So I sure grateful for having that kind of being able to grow up in that kind of a family. I know that, my father used to act like he was so proud of me for what I don't know. I didn't do anything special, I don't think. He was a very good-hearted man. He was a very husky man. He was 200 pounds, maybe 5 foot 10, 11 or something. But he was wide. He had 21-inch biceps. Remember that when we were kids. We would listen on the radio to the Joe Louis fights when Joe Louis was a main boxer. He was a champion of the world. And they'd give the, specs and stuff. And they said, Joe Louis, his biceps of 21 inches. So we got a tape measure and we measured Dad's biceps and he was 21 or more, I think. He had, big, strong arms. But gentle as could be. Yes. Yeah, there's so many things going on in the world right now. The world is really getting to a bad stage. You can't believe anything because everything runs by lies, total lies, all this fancy media and everything. It's just infiltrated with lies so bad. And there's a saying, in Isaiah, I think it is in the Bible, that says when good becomes evil and evil becomes good, you know you're in the downhill slope of the last stage. Well, we're there now. How fast it goes down, I don't know. It'll keep getting worse and worse and worse. We think this is really bad. But it's supposed to even get way worse. And God's going to let it get worse, until it just gets so bad that I don't know. And he's going to let his wrath go from all these thousands of years building up. Going to be bad, very bad. Well, I hope that some of you, or I hope all of you, are going to do something to protect yourself from this terrible wrath. But I mean, imagine there's things you can do. He says going to church isn't going to do it. Paying tithes is not going to do it. He says you've got to believe that I sent Jesus Christ to this earth to die for you. And I did. That was decided before there was a world, before this world began. Now that's a long time ago. And obviously he knew it was going to happen. He didn't want all his created children to be, punished and killed. It says that breaking his law, the penalty for breaking his law, he said, is death. That doesn't change, and his law never changes. His law never will change. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I got to do a couple other things here, so we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.